Welcome to the fourth video in the series on the Wellington Urban Ultramarathon. So we're here at the Windmill. So you've just come up from the Macra mountain bike park, over Wrights Hill, around Zealandia, and you're here at the Windmill. So now we've got a nice surprise for you. There's no hill climb after this one. And you're about halfway through, so well done. But now it's time to head out to the south coast, down to Owhiro Bay. Okay, so that's where we're heading to. We're heading down to Barking Emu, down past the tip track, and eventually down to the Red Rocks, down on the south coast. So this track, it's a mountain bike track, nice bit of single track. It's a bit rough in places, but it's not too bad really. And it follows the contour along, so there's not really any big hill climbs or any big downhills, but it just kind of follows the contour along. It's a bit of undulation, a bit up and down, and it's quite nice and sheltered in here. So where we've come from, just up on by the windmill there, that's quite exposed, so quite windy, but as soon as you drop in down here, it's quite sheltered. There are some quite fun twisty turny bits where you can make aeroplane noises as you go around. That's always good fun. One thing I always seem to find on this track, and today is no exception, is that I keep twisting my ankles. The track feels quite narrow, and there's a bunch of rocks and stuff, and roots and things, as you might expect. But for some reason on this particular track, I always twist an ankle somewhere. So it's something to keep an eye on, particularly at this stage of the race when you've already been running for about 30 k's, you've got some good hill climbs under your belt, and so you might be feeling a bit fatigued, so just keep an eye out for that as you come along this track. Because it's relatively flat, you can run along at quite a good clip, make up for some lost time or perceived lost time as you're heading out towards the top of the tip track. So just be aware that by doing that you can end up tripping yourself up and slowing yourself down even more. So, but it's actually not a difficult track to run. There's nothing terribly scary about it. It's actually quite pleasant at the moment, and soon it'll open up around the corner here a bit, and you'll get views out across the valley towards the city and stuff. and you'll be able to see where we're going. Okay, we're on to Barking Emu now. As you can see, the track's a bit friendlier for a bit, and then it starts to open up a little bit. You're into some course now, but still, yeah, it's pretty runnable, pretty fast track, so you can really stretch your legs out and start to feel good about it. So as you can see, the track opens up, you start to get some views, and you start to get to see the bit of the south coast, and eventually we'll get to see the top of the tip track, which is where we're heading to. And again, the track is just undulating along, there's no big hill climbs or anything yet, and it's variable. There are some bits that are just really sweet running, you could sprint along them. Stuff like now, where it's all just a bit broken up. But mostly, it's a pretty friendly track to run along. A little bit distracting sometimes. Once you get around that corner, you can start to see where you're going to be going to. So out to the south coast, as you can see, this little brown ribbon snaking up here, that's the tip track. You've got that to look forward to, so you'll be running up that shortly and then back down it again. So the fact that we can see that means we're not that far off it now, so a few more twists and turns on Barking Emu and then we'll be at the top of the tip track. And then there's a bunch of downhill running after that, which is something to look forward to. But while you're running through this part of the track's quite rocky, so you want to be a bit careful running through here, but take a moment. So just taking some views. And here we are at the top of the tip track. So that took 33 minutes, just over 4 k's. Reasonably nice running. So, and I wasn't going terribly hard, and I wasn't going terribly slow. So just a nice relaxed run. That should give you a good indication of how long it might take. Right, so now we're heading up. There's a little hill here. And then there's one up behind me, and then it's all downhill down to Red Rocks, and from there we go for a bit of a run along the beach to the next aid station. Now this next section can be quite exposed, particularly in a southerly. The wind's supposed to flick around to a southerly soon, so I'm hoping to get this done before that happens. Because this whole section is quite exposed. If it's windy, you need to be really prepared for that. Some of the track runs along the edge of a cliff, so just be aware of that. So onto a four-wheel drive track for a bit now. It's pretty rough, but at least it's going downhill. So we'll stay on this for a little bit. You can see it just snakes out, follows the bridge around all the way along, and then after a while we hook up with some single track to head down to Red Rocks. So this is old crumbly reef rock, sharp, so you've got to watch your footing as you come down through this. It's all very loose, but on a good day you can probably pound down most of this track and give your quads a really good workout. So you can see on a nice day, it's quite a lovely place to run. And you can see the southerly front that's about to hit us, which gives you a bit more incentive to run just a bit quicker. As you can see, the track goes quite close to the edge of the cliff, so on a windy day that might give you a pause for thought. So it's just run on the landward side of the track. Okay, about here, take a left turn. We're going to head down a bit of single track to here. Let's head down through this valley here. All the way down to the beach. So one of the more useful things about this particular track that we've just come through is it switches from side to side on the hill. So if you're getting hammered by a wind from one direction, you get a bit of a break as it switches to the other side of the hill. So that can just break things up if it's a windy day. So today is not terribly windy at all for Wellington. It's about 25k northerlies at the moment, which is considered a calm day here. But it's about to be a lot less calm by the looks of it. So this front was not due until tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be early, which means I need to be running a lot faster. So even though this track's downhill, it's quite steeply downhill, it's still pretty rough. You can't really get much speed up going down it, because there's a good chance of doing yourself a damage. So just take it easy coming down this bit. So we're heading down the little valley. The track just follows us down to the sea. As you might guess, the wind is all funneling up through here, so it's quite windy. But it's quite a nice narrow little track. It looks like they've put some barriers in terms of gorse in front of us today. But yeah, you just follow this down. It's quite runnable in places, some places not so much. Particularly when they put gorse in the way. And as you can hear on the camera, it's really windy. As you may be able to hear on the camera, we're running just above a little stream now, and this track will follow the stream down, and we'll cross over it a couple of times. Nothing terribly scary, you can just hop across on the rocks, and then we're at the coast, and then you've got a couple of k's of flat running on the beach to get to the aid station, and then that will be another section ticked off. But this part of the course is quite lovely to run in, particularly on a nice day. So the track it's a little bit hard on your feet. So it's crumbly rock for a bunch of it, and it's quite narrow. But despite that, it is still quite a lovely place to run. And I know this gave me a real lift running through here. The last time I came through this in WUU2K. So. But once you start being able to see the water, actually if we look down here, you can almost see it. You know you're not far from the end of this section. Right, our first little creek crossing. As you can see, just up across the stones. Now what? Well, that's the first one done. And the second one is about the same size. Even if it's raining heavily, this will come up a little bit, but you can still bounce through it quite easily. And a second creek crossing. This is a little bit wider, a few more rocks. So again, you just bounce across. And here we are at Red Rocks. So that took me 1 hour 15 and it's about 8.9 k's. So again, not terribly fast, but just ticking along. So from here we go out towards the left and it's just flat beach running for a bit, which is not too unfriendly. It's quite soft in places, quite rocky in places, but not too bad. And then we get to the Owhiro Bay aid station, which is just a couple of k's away. So for the most part, you're running on a reasonably packed road. It's gravelish. There's a couple of soft sand sections, but most of it's like this. Fairly runnable. And so if you've got the legs for it, this is a good time to make up some time. And depending on the day, take a big whiff of the salt sea air. But it smells like something really, really bad died. Like it's really, really foul. Keep an eye out for seals. There's a seal colony just here. And if the seals are home, it stinks like crazy. So just on 11 k's in, nearly to the finish. Next aid station, bit of a sandy bit, and then it's just a short hard flat run to the aid station, and then the section's done. Okay, welcome to the Owhiro Bay aid station. So that's that section from the Windmill down here done. So that's 12 k's. So it took me just under an hour 40. And again, not running too hard, not running too slow, just a steady pace. So enjoy your time here, because once you leave this one, you've got the section that either makes or breaks the race for a lot of people. So once you come out of here, you're going to go up towards Tawa. But before you get there, you have to climb up the tip track and come back down again. So that's something to look forward to. So make sure you check out the next video in the series, which is from Owhiro Bay to Tawa Reserve, because that's one you're going to want to know about. So until then, we'll catch you later.